Hello, lacrosse friends, and welcome to the Oshawa Children's Arena Lacrosse League action. There you have the Six Nations Snipers coming in at 4-6, won their last game. They're in sixth place though, holding on to a playoff spot down at the other end of the floor. We have the Oshawa Outlaws at 3-8. One of the teams trying to catch Six Nations for that final spot. As 6 of the 8 teams will make playoffs. Oshawa at 3-8, tied for seventh place with Paris. They've lost their last two, and it will be important for them to win against this team they're chasing. Six Nations knows that. They're going to try to hold off the Outlaws. Should be a dandy today. Later in the day, we also have the Whitby Steelhawks and Paris River Wolves. That's a battle of teams in second and seventh place. So that's we'll see how that one works out. Paris had a little trouble getting a full roster last week and really got pounded pretty good. But they will be coming out loaded for bear and facing a tough Whitby team. But right now, the Oshawa Outlaws are the home club here at Children's Arena. Ryan Haig will be out there to face off against Dougie Powless. Quite a battle. Darcy Powless, the head coach for Six Nations, not here. He is Dougie's dad, and I'm pretty sure Darcy is off with Jacob, who has been kind of abandoning us. Haven't seen him for a while. Dude, we need to get you here at some games. But we have Vince Longboat and Derek Searle running the bench for the Snipers on the other side. Co-head coaches Andy Glenn and Ryan McMichael both here. Six Nations will get the first extended possession. Oh, maybe not. They're going to throw it away, and Aiden Saint will pick that one up with Wes Wetlow on him. Saint will clear it out, and Rob Clover bounces that one over to Zach Terry, who entered the weekend tied for the league lead with 36 goals. Aaron Woods pulled ahead of him yesterday, but Terry can take the lead all on his own if he scores a hat trick today, which he almost always does. There is the first shot from him that is turned aside by Dustin Hill, the starting goaltender for the Snipers. At the other end, we've got Jackson Brown between the pipes. A couple of veteran tenders. Hard rip from Gareth Haig. He will race back to the bench. And here comes Six Nations pushing it. Stone Jacobs thought about a couple of passes, didn't like any of them. Now we'll just make the soft little toss to Vern Hill, who leaves it there for Jeremy Bomberry. Coming around the top, a little sidearm shot from Jordan Goddard. That's headed for the over and back unless he can stop it. Just misses it. So Regan Martinell tried to grab that, got away from him. It's going to be Niall Sear. I was having a chat with him before the game. He's coming back from an ACL tear. And he said he's starting to feel like he can cut. He's starting to feel like he can go the way he did before. It's a process coming back from that injury. And if you've seen him play the few games he's gotten in this year, you can see that it's gradual, right? Like it takes a while, but he is starting to get back to himself. Now Six Nations to the offense. Colton Armitage tries to drive. Nice job by Ryan Nolan. They'll flip it back up. Chayton King hands it off. Hard rip from Thunder Hill. Brown got that one as there's a stick-on-stick check slowing it down. Oh, that pass is a little bit out of the reach of Luke Laskowitz. Comes in with 14 goals. You think, that's not made for Luke Laskowitz. Well, he's only been able to play 5 games. So he's pretty much a hat-trick-a-game guy. Also has 25 assists. His 39 points. Second on the team, even though he's only played those 5 games. Of course, they traded away John St. John to Peterborough. That ball's going to bounce out to Armitage, who gets flattened into the crease. That'll be a crease violation. So St. John was their leading scorer. And now Zach Terry is with 49 points, 36 of them goals, as Aiden Saint will get by Thunder Hill. Hill's going to head off into the offensive zone in case Six Nations comes up with it. Nice job by Ryan Nolan to notice that. He was staying there in case. Oh, and now Thunder Hill is going to the turf. Not sure what happened. It was behind the play, and he started to head to the bench. They're going to bring the trainer out immediately. Oh, that's Avery Steinbach Parker. Sorry, it's not Thunder Hill. That's the 91 Steinbach Parker. And he's going right down the hallway, so something has happened away from the play. Just under 3 minutes into the first quarter here. 0-0 the score. Oshawa heading to the offense. Their leading scorer is Terry, as we mentioned. Laskowitz with 39 points. Terry's played all 11 games for them. Nobody else has been able to play more than 8 among their top scorers. So Laskowitz, 5 games, 39 points. Jake Gilmore, 8 games, 34 points. Josh Guillory, 6 games, 26 points. There's Laskowitz to the far side to Terry. Swim move underneath. Nice save. Oh, it's a goal. I was going to say there's the first of the game. Didn't think it was, but it turns out to be as it sneaks through Dustin Hill. 1-0. First goal coming, 2:52 into this game. Gareth Haig, the other of the top 5 scorers for Oshawa with 25 points out of 7 games. He missed a few with an injury. Was here watching some games with a boot on that one leg. His twin brother Ryan at the dot for this faceoff up against Dougie Palace once again. So the trainer is coming back to the bench and talking to someone. I wonder if that's Steinbach Parker. We'll see. Stone Jacobs leaves it there for Max Skeen. We'll keep an eye on that one for you, see if Steinbach Parker comes back. Rob Clover has that one. He's along the near boards, hands it off to Laskowitz. Stinking shot, takes it. It's going to bounce all the way out to Stone Jacobs. They have a chance to get it across to Goddard, but he can't make that catch. He's got Thunderhill coming. Rips it. Oh, what a beauty. Low to high. That is gorgeous. That's why Thunderhill is one of the more dangerous shooters you see. Gets Brown dropping by dropping the head of the stick and then absolutely razors that one into the top corner. We're all tied up 1-1. Great response from the Snipers. Way early by Brian Haig, so it'll be Snipers' ball. Palmberry with it. Keelan Pilon letting a rip go. That one gets off target. Brown stuck his hand up and got his palm on it. It's not always a great decision. No over and backs that went off the defender, Scott Edwards. Ryan Nolan chasing after, but it is scooped up. And they get a hit to Bomberry. Oh, that's a great look and a goal out of what looked like a lost possession. A lost play, a broken play, and they get it down to the other end and tuck it home. Very quick response to that opening goal from Oshawa as the Snipers bounce back with a pair. With holding call against Oshawa, we'll give the ball. Max Skeen thought about picking it up, thought about going to the bench instead. Now picks it up and gets it across to King, who kind of lost it there. Gets it back, rips it over to Thunder Hill. They have a man behind the net. Yeah, they're throwing the pass there. He's looking dunk attempt. Yeah, Jackson Brown was all over that. He knew it was coming. Nice attempt by Steinbach Parker. Great to see him back on the floor and looking pretty good as he's running the turf. Seems to not have been affected too much by whatever had him going down the hallway to get some training. Pass to the near side. Hagel blasts that one. Dustin Hill tried to pounce on the rebound. Out of his reach, but Snipers come away with it. Here's Mitch Zulian. Leaves it for Colton Armitage. Jordan Goddard going to the far side. A little pick from Whitlow that opens up some space. And a couple of fakes tried. I think that was a pass to Pilon. Didn't connect. And it's going to be Oshawa going the other way. Aiden Saint covering a lot of ground quickly. Now he's looking for someone to get the ball to. And that was Reed Chamberlain. Chamberlain slides through the middle. Looked at Laskowitz. Wasn't really open. So they go over to the lefties. Braden Hickey. Hard underhand shot. Dustin Hill's looking behind him. It's in the leg pad. Mike McLaughlin will head forward. Quickly up to Killian. He'll race to the bench. Steinbach Parker on the far side. Sidearm stopped by Brown. That rebound didn't go forward. He's able to pounce on it and rips a sidearm pass, but Thunderhill picks it off. 2-on-3, so he's going to slow things down. Thunderhill hands it off. Bomberry kept it moving. Whitlow flicks it over to the far side. They try to feed it back to Whitlow. It's in the corner. A dozen on the shot clock as Thunderhill tracks it down. Trying for the diving dunk. Yeah, you're going to have to get Brown moving. Brown's been pretty on top of those dunk attempts. What a catch by Laskowitz. That's always so impressive. That little short hopper. Gilmore's rip turned out to be not too hard because of the stick-on-stick check. Here's Vernhill on the run. Oh, that's off the leg there of Scott Edwards. Unaffected, it would appear. Armitage takes a bump from Sear. Good to see Niall Sear moving with abandon across the floor. He's talking to him again. Oh, there's a big hit into the boards. King loses his helmet. And they go down and score at the other end. All stemming from the defense from Niall Sear. And Laskowitz deadly on the run. Hagen Palace again. Having that face-off guy chat. It's kind of like the goalie union. It's the face-off union. Now they're grinding. Haig tried to pull it out. Palace was still on it. Saint gets there, but it's going to be Max Skeen coming up with the ball. He looks to Zulian, makes that pass. He's going to stay there for help. Good decision. Zulian runs in past Saint into the corner. Comes back up to Skeen. Now they're both going to stay for this offensive shift. Certainly Zulian can be comfortable up there. Not sure how much Max Skeen stays and plays. He's going to take this pass. Moves it on quickly. Little stumble for Whitlow, but recovers. Webb on him. Crease violations. He landed in the blue turf. Little tap to Jackson Brown. Then gets a hip check from Rob Clofer. Laskowitz gets over just in time on the 8-second count. It was actually very close. He's going to rip it off the far post. He's put more than a few of those in his career. But this one will be scooped up by the Snipers, and away they go. Here Jerry Stotts yelling middle, push the middle to Ben Wittich. Now he goes to Stotts, diving attempt. Turned aside, there's a penalty coming to Oshawa, a slashing call. And we'll adjudicate that after the break as we are at the officials' timeout for the first quarter. 2-2 the score, 7:01 to play, and we'll be back with Arena Lacrosse League action in 2 minutes. So it's Laskowitz with the slashing call. Six Nations going to the power play. They've got Pilon at the top. Goddard's hard pass across didn't connect, but it does come to Colton Armitage. Power and Webb at the top of the penalty kill. There's a diving attempt. That's Rob Clofer. He and Scott Edwards are the other low guys. Armitage left alone through the middle, but they do pick him up before the pass can get to him. Pilon goes back to the righties. They've got Whitlow down along on the righty crease. Really wants that ball. He is loaded up, ready to go. Goddard's going to rip it. Put back attempt. That one goes in. There was a lot of action in front of the crease there. But the Snipers come up with and tuck that one home. Honestly, going to have to wait and see what the announcement is to see who even put that in. It all happened so quickly. 6:21 to go. Snipers edge ahead. extended possession battle. Hey, thought he had it, tried to rip it out, but it was loose. Terry going after it. There's a lot of orange jerseys around him, though. They're going to say loose ball push and a penalty coming. It's right over by the Six Nations bench. Looks like Stone Jacobs will go to the box. So Oshawa is going to get a chance on the power play to even this up. And you hear Chayton King saying that's the same hit. He's referring to the one he took from Niall Sear. Not so much the specifics of how hard it was. It's where you get the guy. But here's Laskowitz. He'll go up top. Gareth Haig back to Laskowitz. Breakaway chance here. McLaughlin, the captain. Oh, nice chance. Laskowitz, great hustle back to make him have to think about that. Now Niall Sear on the run. Hands it off. They go to Chamberlain. Sear was trying to slow down, not getting into Chamberlain's space, but it's tough when you're going that fast to suddenly slam on the brakes, especially if you're still trying to figure out what your ACL can handle. Sear takes a slash on the butt from Jerry Stotts. Has a little chat with him as he goes back. Stotts back into the defensive zone. He's up top on the penalty kill with Zulian. Looks like Wittich is one of the guys down low. Oshawa goes lefty strong again with Hickey down in the crease. Laskowitz, bouncer off the foot of Hill. That is Wittich in the corner. Just pinning the Oshawa player against the boards. And then a pretty big whack again from Jerry Stotts. He's testing the limits of what he can get away with. Kind of pitchforks Terry out of there and actually leads Terry to right into the ball. Gets it in front. Gets away from him, though, and Zulian grabs this one. Zulian with some pressure. Nice job escaping it. Oh, nice catch. That pass was a little tough for Vradenberg, but he catches it. That pass is a little behind. Vradenberg's going to get after Sear. Here comes Sear on the run. He sees Terry coming from the bench area, but there's no access to make a pass. Now they get Terry over in the corner. He'll blast one that's off the leg of Dustin Hill and up into the rafters. So Terry's going to start with a fresh 20. Oh, they put 30 up. It should be 20. The officials are letting them know, yeah, they have the count on the floor. Now it's going to be reset anyway. And this could be a chance for Thunder Hill. Nice hustle to get there. And the goal. Beautiful play, Thunder Hill. Such an impressive feat to have to run really hard, everything you've got to get the ball, and then compose yourself to figure out where you're going to shoot and actually make it happen. Thunder Hill, very, very talented player. Oshawa had to get one more out. So Zach Terry jumped off the front end, zipped down to the far end of the bench. He's just standing right by the bench. Wonder if he's just waiting to see if they get possession. They do, so he'll stay on. Pretty smart. This guy coming up Rochester area, played collegiate league down in the States and is trying to rise to the highest level he can. So here he is in the Arenalacrosseleague, doing a pretty good job so far. With 36 goals again entering this game. Tied for first in the league as the weekend began. Here's Thunder Hill, hands it off. Hard rip from Steinbach Parker, but Brown just directs that into the corner. Steinbach Parker with the forecheck on Ryan Nolan. That pass gets there just in time as Bunbury was coming. Well, Scott Edwards can take a lot in terms of a hit. Now he's running the floor. He's going to shoot that one. Gets up out of play. It'll be fresh 30. Oh, actually, that's a fresh 20. So this is one of those rare, odd times where you take a shot with more than 20 seconds on the shot clock. It goes out, you get a reset. It actually drops down to 20. It's a quirk. I like the 20-second reset, by the way. And Reed Chamberlain finds it plenty of time to work with as he bombs that one from downtown, sneaks it through the legs of Dustin Hill. It's a one-goal game with 2:55 to go here in the first. Go to Arenalacrosseleague.ca to check out all the standings, scores, statistics, see what's up with the rest of the schedule. Obviously, the playoff push is on. Teams have played 11 of their 14 games, other than Six Nations and Toronto, who will play again tomorrow, I believe, because they had that one that was rescheduled. Oh, what a play, Stone Jacobs, to get that ball. Lovely job corralling it. Didn't get a whole lot on the pass. He was right on the top of the crease, but gave himself a chance. Saint loses it. He's going to try and battle to get it back. Skeen is on him. Now there's all kinds of orange jerseys on him. Nice job by Vradenburg to separate, let the two guys take him and get out for where a pass might come from. That's going to be an over and back. The Six Nations remaining games after today, they're at Brampton, and then they host Brampton, and then they're at Paris. So obviously, Brampton, the first place team, very tough, very challenging matchup. Six Nations with 4 wins should be pretty good, but they've got to get at least one more win. A win today, 5 wins. They're in pretty good shape for making the playoffs. They'll have Paris, the 7th place team. The other 7th place team tied with Oshawa in the final week. Outlet pass. Edwards just gets it ahead to Nolan. Oh, it can't be picked up immediately. But McPherson on the trail just misses far side. Nice effort from Max McPherson. Now it's coming the other way. Vern Hill on the run takes that pass. Hill, he's got a shooting lane. He's a dangerous one, but that one's stopped by Jackson Brown. Vern Hill, a little surfing on the back of Jeff Geddes' jersey as he heads to the bench. Gets a little help to accelerate towards his own bench. Laskowitz back on transition defense again. He's done a fair bit of that today and gets up into Colton Armitage. Boy, when the old guys come back and play some D, they love to lay out some checks that they're usually absorbing. Hard rip from Pilon is stopped, and Saint has it. Runs through that slash. Glides up over center and hands it off. Hickey quickly onto Laskowitz. Terry, step back shot. Didn't get through. Wittich flicks it ahead. Caden Stanton pulled it out, handed it off. They go back to Stanton, who hits Whitlow behind the back. Oh, nice movement. Great passing. Tic-tac-toe. And the finish there from Stone Jacobs. 48.7 to go. It's now a 5-3 lead for the Six Nations Snipers. Oshawa, of course, a huge game for them today if they want to make the playoffs. After today, they'll have 2 more. They're at Toronto, the Monarchs, in a tie for 3rd with Peterborough, who's the other team that Oshawa will be playing. So challenging for them. This is the game they need if they want to get into the postseason. Again, 6 teams make it. First 2 get a bye. 3 versus 6, 4 versus 5 in the quarterfinals, and then championship weekend. Oshawa comes away with it. Reed Chamberlain bobbles it, though. Gets loose. Vern Hill on the run. Going to peel back. He'll stay in play. Pulling the goalie to get the extra attacker. Vern Hill, no-look shot. Brown didn't know where it was. It was actually in his stick. So Stone Jacobs was checking Jackson Brown. Brown thinks some of the Oshawa players think there should have been a checking in the crease penalty, but Brown stepped out of the crease, so we hit the intermission with a 5-3 Snipers lead. We'll be back for more Arena Lacrosse League action after this quick break. Palace and Haig once again at the dot. Six Nations now going right to left. The Outlaws going left to right. Aiden Saint comes away with it. Vradenburg, watching him. Haig, low pass to Terry. No problem for him. You can hear Ryan McMichael from the bench saying, Terry, get low. Laskowitz lets it rip. Oh, Jake Gilmore's limping to the bench a little bit. We'll see how he is. Stone Jacobs scored that last Six Nations goal. He's looking for another one. Good chance. Just misses, though. Takes a bump from Edwards. Now Ryan Nolan on the run. Sear gets to the bench to get Laskowitz out. Vern Hill very aware of Laskowitz over there. Nolan eventually gets it to McPherson. Whitlow had stayed down the floor, so that's why we only have 4-on-4. But now both teams get 5 into this zone. Oshawa pretty quickly. Edwards was still making his way to the bench, and Oshawa had their full offensive set out. Here's Terry, 3 on the shot clock. Rips one. No problem there for Hill. And then he's looking down the floor. What a great pass. Vern Hill switches hands. Oh, my goodness. That is gorgeous. Vintage Vern Hill. He is such a game breaker when he has it in him, when he is feeling it. Vern Hill had one of my favorite Arenalacrosseleague games ever, right here in this arena. I remember watching from I believe I was in the lobby watching, and he was on the penalty kill anywhere. The team they were playing against did not complete a single pass across the top of the formation, the offensive formation. He picked off or knocked down every single pass they tried to throw. They just stopped eventually because he's so quick, such good instincts. Bradenberg flips to the far side. He'll stay in play. Here's Goddard. Whitlow. Oh, nice little spin move, but St. Good recovery. Bradenberg off balance, gets a pretty decent shot off, but Brown swallows that one up. That one just a little bit away. The goalies do have to use a bit of a lower trajectory on outlet passes here in a low ceiling barn, but sometimes they get a little too much on those. Nice underhand pass to the far side. That's off the post from Pilon. And Pilon just stepped on the edge of the crease, so that's a through the crease call. As he battled for that one, they'll get it ahead to the near side. Edwards into the offensive zone. Has the ball knocked out. Vern Hill's having himself a game. And Killian tried to take off. Now there's a couple of defenders back. 3 D guys on the run. There's Stotts. Can he finish? Oh, big save, Jackson Brown. Nice work passing for the Snipers D-trannies. And Brown, that one gets away. That's going to be a turnover. Osborne, though, I'm not sure who that was headed for. Got a little overexcited. Made the pass ahead. Regan Martinell. Last week had, I think, the best game I've ever seen him play. Very impactful. Outlet pass to Stotts. Well, he's having himself a transition contest. Oh, nice pass. Saw Bomberry coming off. Thought about it. Looked at the net again. Made the pass. Good scoring opportunity. But Jackson Brown, he's been tested. He has had the answers lately. Though it is still 6-3 Snipers. They're creating all kinds of scoring chances. Here's Braden Hickey going low, diving. No goal. It's underneath Dustin Hill. Zulian quickly out. Stanton up over center. Stanton left it there for Goddard. Steinbach Parker with that full name on the back. You can just barely fit that shoulder cap on. You can just barely fit that shot in, but Thunderhill does it. Beautiful finish. He's on fire today at 7-3 Snipers. This is something that's kind of happened a bit with Oshawa this year. They'll be in games that are very competitive. They just have stretches where they give up a bunch of goals. They've given up 165 goals coming into the game. That's 6th overall in the league. They're also 6th in scoring with 145 goals for. 7th overall with a -20 differential. Six Nations a bit better on that count. They're -11. Don't score a whole lot usually. Hickey gets that ball. The only guy ahead is Ryan Haig. He's going to run through everybody. What an effort by Hickey. Ball loose in the corner. Laskowitz trying to get there. Dougie Palace will take him out of competition for it. And Vradenberg makes the pass ahead. Goddard into the corner. Here comes Chayton King. Nice block there. It is off of Geddes. So that's going to go back to Six Nations for a fresh 20. Goddard has King, tries to feed it through. Well defended. Geddes having a good shift and gets the ball ahead. Oh, just behind Edwards. Could have led to a transition chance. Such a strong shift for Geddes, and then just didn't lead to quite the break he was hoping. Here's Rob Clofer. His cousin Brett is playing on the offensive end. Over on the right side, Brett wearing the 16. Rob is 26. There's Brett going after that one, but battling with Vern Hill. They have the count for the shot clock on the floor. You can hear it up here. Good job yelling it up by Spencer Tangway so everybody could tell. And it is a fresh 30 in possession as the Snipers get it. Bounce to the far side. Armitage going to the net. A little stutter step hesitation. Opened up some space. Got a good chance with Brown again with the stop. Ryan Nolan. Oh, on top of the crease, Alaskowitz gets away from him. Mozulian has it. Long outlet pass. Thunder Hill rips one off the crossbar. Hickey. That one's picked off as he was trying to feed Laskowitz. Six Nations this time has a righty first off the bench. I think Thunder Hill was still catching his breath after the last run. Now they'll get them all out there. Whitlow around the world to King. Good rip, but just wide. Oh, what a save, Brown. Just trying to hold his balance after that first shot went wide. Pass to Terry. Fighting through. That one's off the foot of Hill. Oh, no, it missed the foot. Just went up off the turf and out of play. So it's going to be Six Nations possession. Steinbach Parker. Hill, high pass to Steinbach Parker over the whole defense. Gets away, and here's Nick Webb throwing it ahead. McPherson. Great hustle back from Stone Jacobs. And McPherson goes through the crease. That pass to the cutter just gets away from Pilon. Snagged by Geddes. Haig, the second off the bench, gets that pass. Over to Laskowitz. Nice movement, well designed, well executed play, but just off the post for Laskowitz. And the pass ahead to Stotts. He's looking for someone coming off the bench. He will bounce one up. Finding Pilon. Oh, yeah, that's a lot of players. So the Oshawa bench was yelling too many players as Jerry Stotts was right by the bench, but he was in the change box. They had 5 other guys down the floor, but they also had a guy back by the Oshawa bench, which is the one they didn't see for a bit, and that was a very obvious too many players. So it will be an Oshawa penalty, or Oshawa power play, sorry. Oh, and we're going to the officials' timeout with 7:14 to go in the second. It's 7-3 for the Six Nations Snipers, who will be trying to kill a penalty when we come back to Arenalacrosseleague action. So we go to an Oshawa power play. Jerry Stotts and Stone Jacobs high in the penalty kill. Andrew Vradenberg and Ben Wittich, the low men. As Oshawa goes strong left with Haig up at the top. Gets it back from Gilmore. Terry's down in the crease. Gets the pass now. Laskowitz at the shooter spot. Then they've got Reed Chamberlain, the youngster, down low. Everyone's had a touch. They finally start to do something. Pass it off here. Flick it to Haig. Gets away from him. Neither defender can come up with it. That gives Terry a chance to pass it. And Laskowitz, hard rip. Been bombing from downtown today. He and Jerry Stotts having a Push and shove and grab and tug. Stain Jacobs. Watched by Power, by Nolan. Oh, nice spin move by Jacobs, but gets a little too far. Steps into the crease. Martinell lobs it over. Laskowitz backpedals while they get the rest of the power play unit out there. 15 on the shot clock. Still just about a minute on the penalty. Terry will just rip that. They give Zach Terry way too much time. He had time to think about it, decide if he wanted to shoot, where he wanted to shoot, and then put it right there. What a ton of heat. There was a trail on that one, leaving a little streak of vapor through the air. Power play goal pulls Oshawa within 7-4. 6:04 to go here in the half. Pallas and Haig again. Pallas pulls it up, but goes straight to Braden Hickey. He can't come up with it, and Pallas does. One hopper to Skeen. And that's going to be Hickey coming up. Oh, no, it gets away from him. 8-second count. Six Nations had possession, didn't advance it. But it's picked off now. Zulian on the run. Nobody from Oshawa is even close. Nice save by Jackson Brown, who will look at his teammates and say, guys, you're allowed to come back and play here. Hidden ball trick. They're on it, though. Whitlow thought he might let her rip. Now the ball pops loose, and they're running the other way. Colton McNutt is going to pull up a little stutter step, gets a shot off as Thunder Hill was trekking back with him. McNutt comes up with that loose ball. Double teamed. Needs to find some help. Or not. Just going to get himself clear. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. That shot's wide. Comes back out to Laskowitz off the boards. Terry spinning away from a check there from Goddard. That's going to be a reset, but it's grabbed by Stotts. Long pass ahead. Thunderhill, who'd come back to play transition defense, almost had a break. Nolan had to corral that one with pressure coming down from Vern Hill, but he does so, gets into the offensive zone. Gareth Haig off the check from Wittich. Finds Laskowitz. Little sidearm skipper. Stopped by Dustin Hill. Almost lost it behind him. To make sure it was still there. There's Vern Hill on the run. Step back blast comes straight back to Bomberry. Jackson Brown, another save. Oh, it gets through to Geddes. May have been touched by Vern Hill. Vern's heading off the floor. Looks like he may have just kind of jolted something a little bit. He's going to have to get himself back in alignment for the next shift. Geddes still running from the traffic. Nice pick by Zach Terry, and Geddes will go for a change. Only 8 on the shot clock, so we're under 4 minutes to play in the half. Nice chance there, but stopped by Dustin Hill. Another stop. Hope for Landon in the crease. It'll be Six Nations possession. Vradenburg on the run. Just leaves it there for Jeremy Bomberry. Strong left set and Steinbach Parker, the only one over here for a bit, while Goddard making his way across the middle. On the Oshawa possession. Plouffer thought about going to Sears. Sears going to head to the bench. There's some pressure from Steinbach Parker. You're going to find the second man off. Oh, almost to Chamberlain. Just not available for him to catch. Wittich has Steinbach Parker. Had a trailing Zulian, but he steps back. Oh, my. What a shot. Wow. I was not aware that Ben Wittich had that particular play in his arsenal, but that is a beauty. Drifting that one over to the far top corner. 3:07 to play in the half. 8-4 now, the Snipers. Doubling up Oshawa. McPherson taking the draw for Oshawa. Six Nations gets possession over to Stone Jacobs along the near boards. Near half board, Goddard coming out around a double pick. That one off Brown's arm. It'll be a fresh 20 if Six Nations gets it, which they do. Colton Armitage with it. Whitlow keeps it moving. Here's Thunderhill. It's a big pick. Shots off target. Could lead to a chance. McPherson was hoping that would come down clean. He would have been off for a breakaway. Hit the rafters, though. Laskowitz feeds Terry. Big save, Dustin Hill. That was a challenging one. Now Vern Hill. Scoop it up as he pirouettes near center. Directing traffic off the bench. Gets it to that player coming off. Keelan Belon with the goal. Pretty nice job of just literally giving hand signals. Go over here, Keelan. I'll get you the ball. You go and score. Just how it played out. 9-4. Six Nations edges even further ahead with 2:15 to go in the half. Palace and Haig. Woo! That was very loud. Zulian pulls it down, lobs it across. It's behind everybody. That's going to lead for a chance. Oh, Zach Terry all alone. You do not like that. If you're Dustin Hill, you love it. If you're an Oshawa fan. And now there's a penalty coming behind the play. Does that wipe out the goal? That's the big question. Wow. Heck of a play. So, yeah, no goal. Rob Clofer with the roughing call behind the play. He's saying, what about their guy? Maybe it should have gone both ways. But thing is, even if it goes both ways, it still wipes out the goal. Goddard behind the back. He'll get it back. Ryan Nolan literally put his hands up to kind of say, sorry, I didn't mean to slash that hard. Don't call me. But it doesn't matter. It's Chayton King. Buries that one near post. And Jackson Brown's done for now. Yeah, he's tossed the glove into the stick. And Quentin Greenfield has to run down and get his uppers. He's got to pull up had to pull up his, what do you call those things? The braces in England. What are they called? The things that go over your shoulders. Suspenders. There you go. Call them braces in England. He had to get the braces up for the lowers, get the uppers on. You can see Greenfield was actually at the other end of the bench from his gear because as a goalie, he opens the defensive door. So he had to sprint down through the change box and get ready. Doesn't even have both his gloves on as he's heading out the door and down to the net. So a 10-4 goal. And my guess is, Jackson Brown went down the hall towards the change room. He's actually coming back towards the bench now. He's a passionate dude. Sometimes it works very much in his favor, and sometimes McPherson pulls it back. Oshawa gets possession. They're still short for 1:35. They've got a lot of guys on the floor. No call for the illegal sub. Laskos was definitely out a couple of steps early. Looking for a shorty. Six Nations slowing things down a bit. Whitlow, nice pass, but just gets away. Leads to a great chance, but stopped by Greenfield. Geddes. Oh, what a choice by Jeff Geddes with the ALL's second all-time leading goal scorer, Luke Laskowitz, on the far side of the floor. the defender doing a good job taking away the pass, saying, Jeff Geddes, you go ahead and beat us if you can. And Geddes does it. Shorthanded goal with 57.1 seconds to go in the half. Makes it 10-5. Powless and McPherson. Powless pops it out to himself, flings it back, goes all the way to Dustin Hill, who will lob one ahead to Vradenberg. You can hear him after he threw that pass yelling, heads up, which is not really enough if your guy gets clocked to say that you did your part, but it was okay. There was enough room for him to make the pass and get going forward. Hill hands it off. King driving to the net. Stopped by Greenfield. Max McPherson wants to run. Timeout taken by Oshawa. You can hear Ryan McMichael screaming the length of the floor. 31.7 to go in the period. 33 on the Oshawa penalty. And, of course, 30 on the shot clock. So we'll see if they keep Greenfield at the bench. Go 5-on-5 and wait till very late in the possession. I think that's what they're doing because you can see Ryan McMichael already has the whiteboard out on the bench and is drawing something up for his club. As of right now, they only have the 4 forwards there in the meeting. It's Laskowitz, Terry, Chamberlain, and Hickey from right to left as you look at it. Colton McNutt is watching from the bench. We'll see what they do. Don't want to give anything away. I think they're pulling the goalie. I think Greenfield's staying where he is. Oh, no. Yeah, it's going to be Brett Clofer joins the group of 4 that were out on the floor for that discussion. He'll be the 5th runner. So, again, 31.7 on the game clock. Oh, wait. The penalty was erased. They did get... Okay, so it is a 6-on-5. They still have the penalty up on the board, which... Sorry, got me a little confused. But, yeah, 6-on-5. So, they're going to have to wait pretty deep into this 30 to not give up too much of a chance the other way. Colton McNutt, who was the guy sitting on the boards watching that one, he's out there as well. 14, 12. You hear the yell of go. Laskowitz rips one, scores. Not conventional because there were 6 seconds left. 6.3 right now on the clock. So about 7 seconds when he shot. That's very dangerous in terms of the threat of giving up an empty net goal the other way. Then again, when you're Luke Laskowitz, one of the best shooters in the history of the league, that's probably a risk you'll take. It's 10-6 with just 6.3 to go in the half. Have to be quick if someone's going to get one off of here. There's been some extended battles. They may not even get possession out of here in 6 seconds. Well, Haig pops it up. There's only 1 to go. That's going to end it. He gets a shot off in time, but wouldn't have been in time. And we will go to the intermission with the score 10-6 in favor of the Six Nations Snipers. I'm Steven Stamp. Thanks for being with us here for Arena Lacrosse League action. We'll see you after the break. Welcome back, lacrosse friends. It's 10-6 for the Snipers as we start the second half of the first game on this very late February day here at Children's Arena in Oshawa. I'm Steven Stamp. This is Arena Lacrosse League action. Mark Sands puts the ball down at center for the face-off of this third quarter. Tyler Flaker and Spencer Tangway, the other officials. Haig and Powless. That's Ryan Haig. Gareth Haig was over by the dressing room getting some extra tape on his foot for much of that second quarter. But coaches asked him, are you going? He said, yep, I'm in. There he is with the ball. Got a bunch of tape on that foot that had been broken. He was wearing a boot earlier. Sidearm underhand ripped there by McNutt. That's well off target. It's going to lead to a break here for Stone Jacobs. Tries it behind the back, but Scott Edwards was in the way. Edwards now running the floor. It's a cheeky little pass to leave it for Braden Hickey. Winds up with Zach Terry, and Vern Hill tracks him. Wittich picks him up. Terry shows some speed there. Tries to swing it around and dunk it in, but Hill got there just in time. Bomber will toss it back up, get it immediately back from Pilon. Goddard, one-hand, underhand shovel pass to Thunderhill on his offside. When stopped by Quentin Greenfield, who stayed in. Jackson Brown remains on the bench. Opening the D door. Hard rip from downtown by Goddard, but Greenfield swallows that one up. Outlet pass to Ryan Nolan. Laskowitz surveying as the rest of the offense gets out. Gets the return pass from Gareth Haig. Low pass grab by McNutt. A little pick from Hickey. Haig's going to track that one down. Moving okay on that heavily taped foot. The shot clock went, but there was a reset, so they're all still fighting for it as that buzzer is sounding. And Vradenberg has it. Nice job to get away from Aiden Saint with a little assist from Jerry Stotts. Here comes Colton Armitage. Saint, nice recovery. Look at the athleticism on the big man. Whitlow's shot wide. Grabbed by Edwards. Edwards picked up. The only player coming over in the John St. John deal with Peterborough. They got a couple of picks, including a first rounder. No call on that one. Oh, yeah, there is a check from behind. I didn't see the hand up. I wasn't sure how that would not be a penalty. Edwards was sent to the turf with a cross check on the top of the numbers. And it'll be an Oshawa power play. Laskowitz has it. He's the one who scored with 6.3 left in the first half. And they whip Brett Clofer out there to be the fifth guy as they go strong right. Terry gets it back from Hickey. Chamberlain will rip on far side just off the leg or hand of Dustin Hill. Laskowitz with the rip, and it's blocked out front. Lob ahead from Jacobs. Pradenberg seeing what he's got with him. He'll switch so they're on the right sides with Stotts. Jerry Stotts has been in a transition threat today. Hasn't finished yet, but puts his hand behind his back with his stick because he went through the crease. He knows he can't take this first pass. It's a very smart play. That's how you can signal to your teammate, don't pass me the ball. Pretty heavy plastic on plastic there, but no check called there. That sounded like a big one too. As that popped off the padding of Greenfield. Geddes trots up over center. He's going to leave it there for Laskowitz. Jerry Stotts chops Brett Clofer going through. You do not pass through Jerry Stotts' zone without being made aware that he's there. Here's Chamberlain. Across the far side. Terry rockets one, but it's off the boards. He's going to track it back down. They got 5 to shoot. So Chamberlain will just flog one from deep, and that will be a reset if they can get it. We've scooped up here by Chamberlain, and a fresh 20 for the Outlaws. We're 4 minutes plus into the second half. No goals yet since we restarted. No over and back as there was a touch by Six Nations, so Hickey races back. Hickey still working to try and get it. Chamberlain's with it, Hickey will get possession. Stone Jacobs realizes eventually possession is not there to be had. Heads to the bench to get the penalty killers back out. Skeen and Wittich low. Zulian and Stotts up high. That one's up into the rafters. Long pass ahead. Oh, nice job. Length of the floor. Wes Whitlow, so dangerous. And he had lots of time and space to think about what he wanted to do with that one. For some guys, having that time and space may not be a great thing. You have to go on instinct to really be comfortable. But for Whitlow, veteran, skilled forward, he liked it. Buries it past Greenfield. It's 11-6. Six Nations gets the first goal of the half. 4:46 into this third quarter. Wittich trying to get it, but Clofer comes away with it. What an effort from Rob Clofer, who's out on the floor with his kids in the halftime break. Really awesome to see. Brett Clofer now over to the restraining line. Oshawa finishing up their change, and Laskowitz takes this one. Thinking about going underneath. Goes backdoor to Terry. Gets the quick stick off and scores. Holy cow. Maybe a bit of luck, but what an athletic, agile play by Zach Terry to reach back and just flick that one in with his wrists. Great play. Oshawa gets one back to 11-7 past the 5-minute mark here in this third quarter. Little early jump for Ryan Haig, and that will be Sniper's possession. Whitlow to the near boards to pick it up. Over to King. Thunderhill gets a pick. Oh, really nicely played by Aiden Saint. Good two-man defense from Saint and Nolan. I don't know why I want to call him Ryan Power today. Brian Nolan. Double team. And Whitlow gets it away so King can get a shot off. That one's stopped though by Greenfield. Saint runs it up, hands it off, and heads to the bench. Bouncer comes right back to Braden Hickey. It hit off a defender, so no reset. He's trying to spin onto Vern Hill. Gets there. Great drive, great goal. What a play by Braden Hickey. Remember, he took the first shot that went off the defender and straight back to him. Made the most of that second chance opportunity. It's a 3-goal game. Oshawa creeping back into this one. 8:52 to go here in the third. It's going to be Laskowitz getting after that one. Still can't get it, so Ryan Haig will pick it up. He did eventually bounce it across the middle to Saint. Saint going hard after it, but Jacobs gets there first. That's going to be a high sticking penalty. Jacobs will hang on as the goaltender gets to the bench. Extra attacker coming. Lots of time on the shot clock. Max Skeen's going to go to get another forward out with them. And Thunderhill right into the outlaw in the front of Quentin Greenfield's chest. And the illegal cross check to Aiden Saint. He'll go serve 2 or less and gives Six Nations a chance to reply to the goal Oshawa just got. That's the kind of penalty you take as a defender that nobody's going to be too upset about. You're just playing hard defense. Nothing vicious, nothing intentional, but probably pretty clearly a penalty. Webb and Nolan at the top. Clofer and Edwards at the bottom on this penalty kill. That one gets into the rafters. Comes down clean. Wes Whitlow almost grabbed it. Now he does have it. Fakes the behind the back. Spins out. Goes to Thunderhill. This is a strong left set for Six Nations. Pilon still behind the net. He'll get that another pass. Thought about Armitage. That one's wide. It's going to be an over and back. Good job, though, by Thunderhill to get back and just be in the way enough. The Webb didn't have a lane to the net. Oshawa is going to set up on this penalty kill. Nolan gives it to Terry. 15 left on the shot clock. Just over a minute in the penalty. Stanton on the run, slips by Scott Edwards. He's got a man coming. Low pass, but it was caught. Nice job by Whitlow. He'll get a reset. And we should be at officials timeout time. We're going to keep it rolling. 7 minutes to go here in the third. Over to Whitlow. Whitlow gets it back. Now they go to Goddard. Behind the back, Chayton King right on top of the crease. Nice job. I think it was Scott Edwards. It was either Edwards or Geddes got a stick on King's stick. Throw that one astride. Regan Martinell into the offensive zone. They can kill the rest of this penalty. Nice job to show that he's still cradling, and then tucks back under. 5 left in the penalty. Great effort by Martinell. Here comes Whitlow. It's 2-on-3. Whitlow decides to let one blast from downtown. That's going to get up into play, and we will go officials timeout with 6:03 to go in the third quarter. 11-8, the Snipers over the Outlaws. I'm Steven Stamp. We'll be back for more after this quick break. Oshawa with possession. Up into the offensive zone. Reed Chamberlain hands it off. Laskowitz trying to get underneath. Wittich with him. Nice work by Wittich to stay right with him. Here's Braden Hickey over the restraining line. Inside to Terry. Nice save, Dustin Hill. Wittich up into the offensive zone. Thunderhill watched closely by Nick Webb. A dozen on the shot clock as Goddard tosses it down into the corner. Behind the back to him. Great give and go. But Greenfield made the stop. Yeah, Goddard had gone through the crease. He started to reach for the ball, realized he couldn't. Hickey finds Terry. Oh, what a rocket. Terry loads it up. How many is that today for him? I told you he usually gets 3. It's at least 2. Might be the third because he had that last one where he just reached back and did the little flick of the wrist to put it in. I feel like he had one earlier. He might have hit his hat trick already. Yeah, we have agreement. It's 3. That will put him into the league lead. Yeah. And the other one was blown down. Wiped out by a penalty. But yeah, it looks like it's 3 for Zach Terry, which will put him in the league lead with 39 for the season. Bradenberg, nice little sidearm bounce pass up to Stone Jacobs. Jacobs is going to let one rip. Follow-up shot by Bomberry. That one's stopped by Greenfield as well. Greenfield throws that one away. He was running out of time, feeling the pressure to make sure they got it up over center. Bomberry's going to fire. That is stopped again by Greenfield. Jerry Stott's giving Aiden Saint a shove. And Scott Edwards on Bomberry. Stotts tries the corkscrew. Oh, nice work by Aiden Saint. This is a developing young player. Every week I get to see him play, I'm thinking, boy, he's really pretty good. Laskowitz bounces one. I don't think that touched anyone as it got up out of play. Now one of the snipers is going after Laskowitz. And maybe it did. That was Andrew Vradenberg getting into his grill. May have touched Hill. Or a sniper. As Oshawa gets the ball back. McNutt fired that one. Going to have a loose ball push. It's going to give Oshawa the ball back as Hickey was sent to the turf. Braden Hickey. Oh, big whack. Colton McNutt is down on the turf. You could hear the collision there. I don't see a penalty call. It's going to be an over and back, and McNutt just now getting up. McNutt is up and making his way to the bench and clearly favoring that left arm. Has the glove off, has the helmet off. Morgan Coe will go and help him out. See some tape in his future at the very least. 3:50 to go in the third, 11-9. We've got ourselves a close game. Oshawa creeping back in. Let's see how they respond. McNutt is down the hall, from the bench, but not gone to the dressing room. Maybe that's a good sign as Thunderhill takes that shot, stopped by Greenfield. Boy, Greenfield's been really sharp since he came in. He is holding Oshawa in this one. Ryan Nolan under pressure. They're not going to get over center in time. It's turned over to Whitlow. Boy, Thunderhill wanted the ball up ahead. Probably a good decision not to pass it to him there because I don't think it was available, but so tempting when he's down near the crease and such a dangerous shooter. Hill lobs a high pass around the world from Whitlow. Did get it on target, but it was stopped. Greenfield may have got a piece of that one. Nope, shot clock keeps ticking. Oh, Hill had the whole backside of the net there, but the pass didn't quite connect, and that's going to be a penalty to Colton Armitage. Now, are we sending them both? I think it's just Armitage getting the roughing call. Quite a bit of jabbering between the benches. So Oshawa within 2, 3 minutes to play in the third, and the Outlaws go to the power play. They'll go strong right with Clofer and Chamberlain down low. Laskowitz up at the top. Terry and Braden Hickey are the lefties. Jerry Stotts, Stone Jacobs at the top of the penalty kill. Vradenberg and Wittich as usual down at the bottom. Laskowitz back to Chamberlain. He's got a lane. Shoots, stop, pops out. It's grabbed there by Vradenberg. Nice little twister pass. And then Zach Terry just buries him. Vradenberg has words and maybe more for Terry, who put him to the turf after the pass. Hill lobs one over and Bomberry finds Chayton King. 10 on the shot clock. Hill tries to get a reset shot. Doesn't work. Scott Edwards has Webb with him. 2-on-1. Passes across. Edwards stopped by Dustin Hill. Nice 2-on-1. Kind of a slow developing, but then Webb and Edwards really ran it nicely. Nick Webb actually played forward last week for Oshawa when they were a little short-handed. Did a pretty nice job of it. You could see took him a little to get comfortable to really get himself a part of the offense, but as he did, his lacrosse IQ and his natural skill set took over. A lot going on between these teams. That pass gets away, but it does go over to Zach Terry. Still lots of time on the power play for Oshawa. Chance to pull within 1. Terry down to Hickey. Laskowitz waiting at the top. He'll get the ball now. Terry. Oh, what a rip. Zach Terry. Absolutely loaded up today. It's a 1-goal game, 11-10. Oshawa has tightened it up with a minute and a half to go in the third. Talked earlier about the playoff situation. Basically, 6 teams make the playoffs. Top 2 get a bye. 3 through 6 play in the quarterfinals. 7 and 8 are out right now. Oshawa and Paris tied for 7th. Oshawa at 3 and 8. Six Nations at 4 and 6. Obviously, a critical game for Oshawa, and they're playing like it. Like their playoff lives are on the line. Hey, Palos and Tanguay, share a little laugh as we get a do-over. Palos taking a look, but Haig's the one who's able to pull it out. Snagged by Mitch Zulian. He'll trot up over center. Snipers will try to come up with a reply to this little run that the Outlaws are on. Max Skeen, the defender's up playing offense, and he's just setting picks with abandon. Goddard trying to fight his way through. Flicks it back towards Steinbach Parker. Didn't connect. Aiden Saint has the ball knocked away, but he's still the closest guy. He gets it back. Heads up play to get it to Ryan Nolan. There's the play across. Oh, Hickey Hickey wants the ball back, but I don't think that touched anything. Just got steep and out of play. 51.2 to go here in the third. Both teams still have their second half timeouts. Don't know if we'll see one used in the third quarter. Be a little unorthodox. But Goddard trying to go down low. Big battle behind the net between Plofer and Steinbach Parker. Things definitely getting feisty out on the floor as Laskowitz takes this pass. Checks all around as he races into the offensive zone. Tried to get to Edwards on the back door. Scott Edwards, I tell you, he's showing more offensive pizzazz than I thought he had. He's been really good for them since he arrived in that trade with the Timbermen. Have him out there on the penalty kill. 12 seconds left in the period. Hill didn't go to the bench. That shot gets wide. There's 3 seconds. Webb, can he get one off? Nick Webb actually scored a goal with 1/10 of a second on the clock last week, but just no time to get a shot towards the net all the way this time. And we will go to the break between the third and fourth quarters with the score 11-10. Six Nations just hanging on to their lead over Oshawa. "15 minutes to decide a winner in a game with huge playoff implications. The 3-8 Oshawa Outlaws, the 4-6 Six Nations Snipers. It's 11-10 Snipers through 3 quarters. Pretty sure it was 10-6 at the half, which means that was a 4-1 third quarter for the Outlaws. They are rolling a bit. Let's see how the fourth plays out. Haig grinding in there. Paulus tries to pull it out. It's in his stick. That's interesting. They're going to say withholding because he had it in his stick. I think he tried to pop it. You get one pop or one step, and it didn't come out immediately. So definitely didn't take a step. He was still down on his knees as he passed that one out. Here's Zach Terry. Stone Jacobs right on him. He better be on him. He is finding it today. That one's in. Laskowitz on the run. Over the top. Buries one. You got a sniper on each side with Laskowitz and Terry. It's hard to know how to stop everything. And we're all tied up 11-11, just 22 seconds into the fourth quarter.
Hey, we're back at zeros. Let's go.
Max McPherson out for this draw for Oshawa. I think that buzzer was just an inadvertent expiration of the 30. Oh, Dougie Paulus looking like his arm is hanging a bit. He's going to go back and play D anyway. He was looking pretty shaken up, but got a pretty nice swat on. Zach Terry, not the guy you want in front of the net, but a nice save, Dustin Hill. Jerry Stotts and Scott Edwards battling here. Edwards strips him. He'll go get the ball back. Drives to the net. Don't think he won't shoot. Will he ever? Scott Edwards. What a game for the big man. He's had one coming, but that was an absolute rocket in transition. That's the Zach Courier. The strip for the cause turnover, the loose ball, and then the goal. 12-11, Oshawa pushes ahead. And if you had Scott Edwards getting the go-ahead goal on your bingo card, go claim your prize. Plofer, nice pass behind the back to Saint. Here's Hickey. Oh, Oshawa's feeling it. Laskowitz. Plofer coming to set a pick. That's a big pick. It's against Killian, who's also a big dude. That was quite a collision. Shot stopped by Dustin Hill. Nice little pass. Can Killian get clear? Terry forechecking him. He's got a second and a half. Makes it. Nice job, Jacob Killian. Is it Jacob? Yes. Bomberry. Backpedaling outside the restraining line as Niall Sears all over him. Thunderhill, the pass out front. Whitlow is kind of already in the crease space up in the air. Didn't have a lot of time. The ball is knocked loose, and it's going to be Oshawa possession. Greenfield with the outlet pass to Webb. Lobs it down to Laskowitz and stays. Webb will come and set a pretty solid pick on Stone Jacobs. Pops out to the wing as McNutt is on the near half boards. McNutt with Killian on him, with Wittich on him. Good slide help from Stone Jacobs. Stanton throws it ahead, hands it off, heads to the bench. Thought he was going to stay and play. Goddard over to Stone Jacobs, comes around the pick. Tried to get the pass through. It's taken by Rob Clofer. Having an excellent game today. Laskowitz, he's going to shoot that. Yeah, that is not in the vocabulary of Luke Laskowitz to turn over a shooting opportunity like that. That's why he's one of the top scorers in league history. Zach Terry, his first season is already well on his way. Laskowitz has over 200 goals. Well, Zach Terry's got 39. Or did he get a fourth one? Oh, he's got 40. 40 goal scorer. That's pretty impressive. Nice wheels here from Colton Armitage. Going to look for a trailer. Oh, he looked to the bench. I think he had to go to Stone Jacobs back in the slot. Now Zach Terry. Big save, Dustin Hill. Jerry Stotts has it. Bouncer to get out of trouble, and Wittich will toss it ahead to Vern Hill. He'll step over center. Boy, the momentum has swung to Oshawa. Six Nations really not generating the kind of looks they were before. That around-the-world shot from Whitlow's off. Oh, but there's a nice finish. Thunderhill picks up that rebound off the boards and ties it up 12-12 with 11-12 to go. That's kind of fun. It was 11-12 was the score with 11-12 to go, and now it's 12-12. This turned into a really good lacrosse game. It was definitely looking for a while like Six Nations might run away, but what a battle back by Oshawa. And now the Snipers have tied it. Regan Martinell out for the draw. I had to double, even triple take to see who it was. It's usually Ryan Haig. If not him, it's usually Max McPherson. It's a pretty nice face-off win, though. Brett Clofer. Oshawa, very slow change. Just a dozen left on the shot clock, and they're just getting things going. They're just getting the fifth guy out. It's Zach Terry. Yeah, Six Nations is aware of him. I was going to say, you better know where he is. Nice job, actually, Stone Jacobs tapping Vern Hill with his stick to let him know who was going where and what they should be doing. I like the feistiness. Both teams showing here. Whitlow tracked down that pack from Killian. Gets it to Chayton King, who wanted to shoot but didn't have the ball yet. Jeremy Bomberry does. That's a big save. Greenfield. It's going to be tracked down on a fresh 20 as Goddard gets that immediately over to Bomberry. The shot clock's not running. Doesn't matter as Chayton King takes just moments to put that one in the back of the net. Back-to-back goals, and the Snipers are back out in front, 13-12. I thought it was an early jump by Regan Martinell. It was not. Snipers still get it, though. Mitchell Zulian on the run. Steinbach Parker finds Armitage. Thunderhill, nice pass out front. Jacobs just missing on that one. It's going to be an over and back. And it's going to roll all the way down to Dustin Hill. Will wind up for a slap shot. Decide to just tap it instead. Always good to have a little fun when you're out on the floor. Hickey waiting for somebody to be out here with him. Now he gets to Laskowitz. He's going to go back to Hickey. They're isolating a bit for him. Terry, the pick. There's the roll. That's Reed Chamberlain with a shot. Nice pass. Steinbach Parker. Twister. Face save. Oh, great job by Greenfield to pounce out on that as Wittich was lurking. Here's Ryan Haig. 9:15 to go. Laskowitz looking like he wants a little flip pass. He does, but can't quite connect with Terry. Chamberlain's hard shot. That did get a touch. That'll be a fresh 20. Now, all the Outlaws were heading to the bench. They weren't sure, but definitely you could see there was a touch, at least a graze, and the officials caught it. That'll be a fresh 20. As Colton McNutt rolling over the top and fires Hill, swallows that one up. Penalty coming now. The tensions boil over a little bit, and it'll be Stone Jacobs going to the box. It's a dead ball contact foul. Well, that's roughing, sorry. Sean Osborne was having a chat with some members of the Oshawa bench. Power play Oshawa. They stick Colton McNutt right in the middle of the box of penalty killers, and he's just setting picks frequently and hard. That one's off the post. Comes back to Terry, fresh 20. Laskowitz, oh! That's why they call him Laser. Also because his name's Laskowitz, but he has a laser from the outside. Power play marker, we're all tied up again. 8:25 to go in the fourth. 13-13 is the score. Stone Jacobs tried to race in and grab that one. That's off, I think, of Clover. That went into the bench. That hit the wall behind the Oshawa bench, but play continues. There's going to be Aiden Saint coming away with it. Nice idea to pass to Niall Sear. Just too much traffic to get it through. Look at the wheels of Saint races back, though. Good effort. Zulian pops it ahead, and Thunderhill coming over the top. Little underhand shot. Don't know if it got a piece of the goalie. No, it was wide. So down to 8 on the shot clock, and it's through the crease. And first to play the ball, or first to receive a pass. Saint has to double clutch. Gets under some pressure from Vern Hill, but flips it up ahead to Hickey. Vern Hill over the head wrap check attempt. Almost got that one loose, but Hickey fights through it. Gives the ball off to Laskowitz. He's going to shoot another one. Hill stops that, but you can hear the pressure. Terry stepped into the crease as he was trying to put the rebound back in. And we have reached the officials' timeout just past the midpoint of the fourth quarter. It's 13-13 with 7:21 to go. I'm Steven Stamp, and we'll be back to wrap this one up. It's been a dandy. Stay with us. Jordan Goddard and the Snipers with possession in this 13-13 game as we start the final 7:20 of the fourth quarter. Thunderhill underneath. Well covered by Sear. Little pick. There's the roll. Great play. Foot save, though, by Greenfield. Almost working out there. Snipers player on the turf. They're going to say withholding because he was just kind of, that was Keelan Pilon on top of the ball. Here comes Scott Edwards. Nice lob pass ahead, and Jeff Geddes on the run. Terry. Oh, that's too much space to give him, but he just misses. McNutt gets the rebound. He nods Jeff Geddes off the floor, and they'll get the rest of the offense out. Hickey coming to join. Laskowitz isolated. Stone Jacobs covering him. Gets the shot off with 2 or 3 on the shot clock. Didn't touch, so it's going to be a 30, but Jacobs on the run. He's got Jerry Stotts with him. Shoots, just misses the far side. Stotts arguing for a touch. I don't think it touched. I think they got the call right there. Here's Oshawa on the run. Saint on the back door. That one was blocked out front, winds up with Hill. That was tipped by Nick Webb, but it does get ahead. And Paulus makes the pass to Wittich. Boy, the pace is picking up in this one. Now they'll slow it down a little bit, get methodical here as Whitlow comes across the top. Gets the pick from Goddard, shoots. Seemed to kind of catch Greenfield off guard a bit, but he did make the save. Fresh 20. Whitlow, nice job to get the ball, passes it across. Now Goddard has to double clutch. Whitlow wants it back. That shot from Thunderhill, they're saying, yeah, it did go off of Oshawa. It'll be fresh 20 for the Snipers. Hard blast by Goddard, right back to him. Big save Greenfield on that one. Grease violation. Greenfield throws it right into the stick of Goddard. Goddard's going to take his time because Six Nations has to get their offense back out there. They already had a couple of defenders. Max Skeen was all the way down past the Oshawa bench. Taking away transition. Nice responsible play. It did slow down the offensive end. That's going to be a moving pick. Illegal pick on Armitage. Geddes on the run. Took a peek over at Laskowitz coming off the bench, then decided to shoot. That one's stopped by Hill, and here comes Vern Hill the other way. Pilon spins away from a potential check from Webb. Steinbach Parker. Leaves it for King. Oh, he sees a lane he likes. Ducks around. What a play. Just misses far side. You don't see Chayton King miss those very often. And Steinbach Parker with the follow-up. Nothing fancy there. Just a whole lot of heat into that far bottom corner. Snipers back up on top. 14-13. 4:37 to go here in the fourth. Regan Martinell back out to face Dougie Paulus for this draw. Pops up in the air and Geddes grabs it. Terry over to Laskowitz. The two Snipers passing it back and forth. Now they come to Colton McNutt. Nice left foot save by Hill. McNutt winds up tripping up over the foot of Vradenberg. And now Vradenberg's on the run with Mitchell Zulian. He's going to get it to Vradenberg. Cut her to the back side of the back door. They couldn't get it to Thunderhill, though. Now it's Oshawa on the run. Braden Hickey. He wants to shoot. Hand save by Hill. Hickey gets it from Sear. He was thinking about it again, I swear, but wisely lets the offense set up. Laskowitz has it. Clough for the pick. There's the roll. Looked like he was open, but we're going to go to Chamberlain instead. Hand save by Hill. Hard rip from Terry. Comes right back to him. It's stripped, though. Vradenberg. Short pass. Vern Hill wanted the ball. He's like, come on, give me the ball. Stone Jacobs will run it up instead. Bunbury up to Armitage. We got Thunderhill lurking behind the net. They make the pass out front to Goddard. A good shot off, but Greenfield with the stop. Webb couldn't catch it the first time. Now it's off his leg, and he's not going to come up with that ball. Just too many orange jerseys by the time he was ready to get it. Osborne up for an offensive shift. Now he's going to head to the bench, and they'll get Wes Whitlow out there. As Pilon throws it into the corner. Thunderhill looking to the man behind the bench. Nice save, Greenfield. Boy, when you're talking 3 stars of the game, Greenfield is definitely right up in that conversation. Remember, he did not start. Jackson Brown was not feeling it, pulled himself earlier in the game, and Greenfield's been terrific. Rip from Geddes is up out of play. It is a fresh 20. Greenfield actually came in with a 2-0 record in his 195 minutes played. 16.6 goals against average, but he is dropping that with every minute that ticks by on the clock. Laskowitz to Clofer, blast one. Saved by Hill right in the stick, but Terry gets the pop back. No goal. He was sent flying. Must have stepped on the crease because he was actually in the air. Here's Sear. Spins away. Whether it counted or not, pretty impressive finish there by Zach Terry as we're down under 2 minutes to go. Laskowitz from downtown scores! How does Luke Laskowitz do that? There are not many players who can be that successful from that range. 14-14. It's Martinell once again out against Palos. We've got 1:48 to go. It's going to roll all the way back to Greenfield. Whitlow on him. Scott Edwards will lug it up over center. Sees Vern Hill coming and hands it off to Aiden Saint. He's going to go for a change. You hear the bench yelling, Aiden, move your feet. But it's going to be a turnover. Bounce pass. In comes the attempt from Thunder Hill. Missed the net. But Jerry Stotts is there to keep it onside. Back to Hill. Diving. Oh, foot save. Quentin Greenfield. What a job to turn that one aside. Jerry Stotts was ready for the pass, but he's going to go to the bench instead as Pilon held up. Pilon rotates up to the top and gets the ball back. Bunbury to the cutters. Goddard rips one. Greenfield another save. Final minute of the fourth quarter. Oh, that gets away from Hickey. Snag there. There's a slash to the face. No call. Bunbury lobs it across to Pilon. .12 on the shot clock. There's Jacobs. Posts. Greenfield's been great. He got a little help on that one. So Oshawa takes their second half timeout. 31.8 seconds left on the game clock. That means there'll be a 2-second difference with the shot clock. We saw what Luke Laskowitz did at the end of the first half. Saw Ryan McMichael, the offensive co-head coach and offensive guy for the Outlaws, and said, hey, does anybody other than Laskowitz get to shoot that one with 7 or 8 seconds left on the game clock? He said, well, there wasn't that much left on the shot clock. I was like, no, I know. I know the gap, but there's still some time. There was time in the game clock, and Laskowitz, so dangerous. You got to be looking to him, right? Or do you look to Zach Terry? It's not too... Greenfield's heading back to his net. Think that's a smart decision. There's just too many things can go wrong. Although, you never know. That could be for show. There's lots of time before they're going to attack with 8 seconds left on the shot clock. So he may make his way up. Hickey's going to start with the ball. They've got Colton McNutt, Reed Chamberlain, Luke Laskowitz, Zach Terry out there. And Brett Clofer is right by the door. The door is open, so they're certainly thinking there's a possibility of Clofer coming out. And snipers were letting their defenders know that Luke Laskowitz was all alone. Vradenberg got up to him. 22 on the shot clock. Terry shoots. Stop. Kind of surprising. They went that early. Then again, you know what? Why not? Go ahead, take the shot if it's a good one. Try and get the ball back. Now, Jacobs picks it up and he'll get a timeout. 11.6 to go. Now, will Six Nations go with the 6 attackers? I don't mind that logic at all. Take that shot if you feel like it. I mean, any shot that Zach Terry can see some time and space is a pretty good shot. We'll see if Dustin Hill comes out. Yeah, there are 6 forwards on the floor for the huddle around Vince Longboat. Thunderhill, Keelan Pilon, and it'll be Colton Armitage, the other lefty, and then the three righties are Chayton King, Jordan Goddard, and Wes Whitlow. They'll send Armitage down to start with the ball, as Hill does remain at the bench, 11.6 to go. They're definitely not going to shoot until the final few seconds to see whether we keep playing or not. All kinds of pressure from Geddes. Not making it easy for Armitage. They do get into the offensive zone. 4 seconds to go. Up to Goddard. He can let that one rip. Oh, he finds King. Just stopped to get his look right on the doorstep, but not quite enough time to get it home. And we are going to overtime. We'll take a 2-minute break, and then we'll have somebody win with the next goal of this game. Overtime is here. Somebody is going to score a huge goal and win this game for their team. Dougie Palace, Regan Martinell at the dot. Again, Oshawa is 3-8. Six Nations 4-6. The Outlaws really need this win. You've got 2 games left after today. Those are at Toronto and against Peterborough. So both challenging ones. This is the one within their control right now, and they have the first possession. Terry to Laskowitz. Those are the 2 guys who have put up most of the goals for them. And they pass to each other here for a moment. Stotts is up on Terry. He'll skip it to Reed Chamberlain. Reed Chamberlain is the hero. Bounces one far side. Terry Laskowitz draw the attention. The youngster, Reed Chamberlain, with those very pale pink shoes, rams that one home. It's a 15-14 win for the Oshawa Outlaws, who remain very much in the playoff picture. And pretty cool to see Jackson Brown out there absolutely celebrating the heck out of Quentin Greenfield, who... Terry was great. Laskowitz was great. He had some great performances for Six Nations. I don't know if you go away from Greenfield for first star. We've got more coming today. Make sure if you've watched this one, shortly after this is posted, we should have Whitby and Paris. Is it Whitby? I'm going to pull it up. Make sure I get it right here. Whitby and Paris meeting later in the day. This is the Arenalacrosseleague at Children's Arena in Oshawa. I'm Stephen Stamp. Thanks for being with us. That was a beauty.